Shalom, shalom. Just give me 1 second. Let me just get this precept on hand real quick. All right. All right, shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, pretty much just wanted to go into this topic real quick. All right, and concerning all this, extraness. All right, and as we can see what's going on at hand. All right, we can see all these prophecies happening. All right, we can see getting ready, all right, to come down with that great wrath, and bring all these calamities upon our people. Okay, and the Lord is definitely speeding these things up, and he's causing actions to happen within the earth. All right, now you got to keep in mind that all these actions that are taking place, we've been asking for this. This has been, like, I mean, the number one thing that everybody's been looking for these prophecies to come to pass. So now that they're happening and now that they're coming to pass, we're supposed to be what? Focused on the prophecies, not based on how brothers are titling their videos and, what I'm saying, in certain little minor things, Now, concerning, the using E, all right, to stand for Esau, there's nothing wrong with that. If you put E in your title, all right, it's not like, look, man, it's not like brothers just decided and said, hey, we just want to use E because we don't want to we want to hinder the edification, or we want to take away from the word. Brothers were using the title Esau before. There was a cause. Something happened, all right, that basically caused it to where brothers now had to start using, certain key words in order to get the message across. All right, it's not about taking away from the word, because what did Yahweh Shai ultimately say? Yahweh Shai said, feed my sheep. Okay, so our job is to feed the sheep, but how are we going to be able to feed the sheep if we cannot get the food from point A to point B? Because every time we prepare the food, and that takes time and effort, and we try to take it to the sheep, it gets stopped, it gets interrupted, it gets taken down, and they're not able to get the edification. So in that, we had to what? We had to think, okay, how can we get the Lord's work done? How can we still feed the sheep? Because the sheep got to be fed. Esau's going to come with his hindrance and so on and so forth, but the sheep has to be fed. So the spirit jumped on brothers to say, okay, well, if they're they're not allowing you to feed the sheep or get the videos out because of this specific word, they've put an algorithm on it, then switch up the word a little bit to where it's still obvious, all right? You can still make out who it's talking about, but it's not obvious enough for the algorithm to pick up on it, okay? And then boom, that way you can still feed the sheep, because it's not about what the title necessarily is. It's about the edification in the video, I could bring what I'm saying, put the food in a black plastic bag, but it's not about what the bag looks like. It's about what's in there, and how, it's gonna edify and feed the sheep. Here it is, brothers is going, hey man, recently all you've been seeing is brothers going into prophecy, man. Articles here on what's going on with Iran, the World War III, and how Esau's coming down, getting ready with his troops, how they getting ready with the potion, with the jab. Brothers have been basically flown in the spirit, all right, of prophecy. But now there's a hindrance in that. Now it has, now the it's like the floor has been, because of unnecessary childish behavior. And it's really, really, really is unnecessary, especially now where we are in prophecy, man. Doing all this extra, and honestly, man, I didn't even know what was going on. I'm just, what I'm saying? I watched the elder brother Yashawama's video concerning it, and I just thought it was just like, how these guys come up out of nowhere randomly, talking about John the Baptist not in the truth and all this extra stuff. So I thought it was one of those, like some new doctrine or something that, somebody's trying to push, and, he didn't say anything wrong in the video. He wasn't attacking anybody. He was just saying, look, you can disagree, you can disagree in your mind. Hey, it's not wrong. We're not perfect. We're not going to get along with everybody in the truth, but it's your actions and how you express that feeling, you know, and what effect that has. You got to understand that, look, hey, however you feeling, okay, is that going to affect the edification? Is that going to slow down or hinder, you know, the Lord's work from being done? These are the things you got to consider, man. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is right now, he's like, look, I didn't call you here to come and, you know, talk about what you don't like about others. You know, I called everybody here to do a job. And that job was to what? To learn these prophecies and go and teach it. Simple as that, man. You know? Let me read this real quick. This is the book of Second Ezra, and we're gonna get an account, all right? Because Paul said it out of his own mouth. He said, he said, I caught you with guile. So was Paul taken away? Because he was being deceitful. But this is but in righteousness. All right, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So that is what the Lord told us to do, to speak the words of prophecy. And that's what we're doing. If there was something wrong with brothers putting E, all right, in their titles, the Lord would have put a spirit, okay? The Lord would have put a spirit upon the apostles or you know, brothers to bring it out, address it, and it would be received. Okay, but clearly the Lord didn't have a problem with it. The Lord is the one who actually put the spirit on brothers to start using wisdom. That's why Yahushua said, be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You got to use wisdom when dealing with the adversary. All right, because he's doing everything he can to stop the information from going out. What we care about is the information, is the edification. All right, so you got to use wisdom in that. Okay, so if you put E in your title, that's not wicked. You're not gonna get destroyed for that. Okay, what you are gonna get destroyed for is not doing the work of the Lord. You know, the Lord, look, man, it's very, very simple. But you know what? If you look at it spiritually, there's a reason the Lord is having that happen. Okay, because now, if you notice, all of a sudden, it's like almost everybody, every group is coming up, and something, some controversy or something is going on, you know, in every corner, and it's marking people. It's you know, the Lord is revealing things that were settled under the cup. You know, like when you have something in a cup, you know, a concoction or something, you got to stir it up a little bit to really see the contents in it. You know, because it lays dormant for a while, it lays little undetected. That's why the Lord is causing these different actions and things to happen so that people can be marked. And now everybody's out there. So now it's not, you know, people ain't sliding under the benefit of the doubt. You know, people are not sliding under this or that. No, the Lord is marking everything, you know. But I mean, bro, we're a few months away, if that, from like all hell breaking loose. We can actually see the preparation. We can see the things that they're about to do. And the number one thing, and it's really disappointing that the number one thing that men are worried about is, I mean, because another man put an E in his title, I mean, all these prophecies are happening, and your main focus is to come against a fellow brother who's doing the work. Come on, man. What's the point? What do you get from that? You know, it's not edifying. Okay, it's not edifying, man. Now let's get this. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 16. And now it says here, I'll start at verse 15. It says, and I will very gladly spend and be spent for you, though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. But it be so, I did not burden you, nevertheless, being crafty. This is what Paul wrote, or, you know, basically authored by Paul. Being crafty, I caught you with guile. Now, when you look up the word crafty, it basically means being cunning, you know, to where they can't really detect what it is, what the actual goal is. Okay, and it says what? I caught you with guile. That's deceit, you know, because sometimes you gotta. Hey, that's why Paul said, you gotta be all things to all men. Sometimes you gotta use wisdom and move a certain way. You have to adjust, man. Okay? You can't just say, well, I'm going to keep going down this path. There's a brick wall in the way. I know I got to get to my destination, but there's a brick wall on the way, but I'm gonna just keep running the straight path, just keep running into the big brick wall, running into the brick wall. You're not making any progress. You see the brick wall, you say, okay, how do I get past this wall? I'm gonna step to the side and I'm gonna get to my destination. All right. And Esau set up these algorithms as a brick wall. So what did we do? We maneuvered around it. All right. We adjusted. Is that something we're wicked for doing? How so? If anything, we're prioritizing the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, which is why we did that, so that we can still keep doing the work. You know, it's not a matter of people being scared and, you know, channels and all this. Channels are important, because how are the sheep gonna find, you know, where the food is at? You know, because when you first create a new channel, Esau makes it super hard for you to be able to access certain certain traits or whatever on the channel that can further the edification. You know, you can't. Hey, in the past, you used to be able to live stream on any account. You know, but now you need 1,000 subscribers before you can live stream. You know, and now, you know, considering for certain brothers, let's say, you know, storage might be an issue or whatever the case may be. It's easier for you, you know, when you just stream it, because you don't have to record it on your phone. You just put it up and you stream it. You do the work on the go, and you just keep it pushing. You know. Now you can't do that without 1,000 subscribers. So what's wrong with asking brothers to basically help other brothers reach that height? It's not so brothers can feel like, yeah, I got 1,000 subscribers. It's so that the edification can go out all the more. You know, we're all trying to build so that we can get out of here. The ultimate goal, the reason we all do the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is for one. We all have one goal in common, and that's to get the hell up out of here and get delivered. That's it. And that's going to come by way of doing what the Lord said. And what did the Lord say? He said, feed my sheep. You got to edify. You got to do the works. You know, you should try your best to avoid strife as best as possible. Sometimes you might need to bite your tongue so that you can avoid strife, so that edification doesn't get hindered, you know. But it's about discipline, man. You cannot be in a childish mindset. I don't like this because I don't like it. I'm going to start a whole commotion because I don't like it. You know, because I don't like something, everybody else who's doing it is wicked. That's not how it works, man. We all have our differences, but we put those differences aside to focus on the goal. The Lord hired us all to do one thing, and that wasn't to go back and forth with each other and this brother and they hate me and this not. We don't. Nobody has time to hate you. You know, brothers focus on these things. You know, brothers got things going on in their lives. You know. And every day we examine ourselves and we pray that the Lord keeps his spirit on us to keep on doing this work, man. You know, that's the goal. That's why the Lord called us into this truth. And if we want to be chosen, what did Peter say? Give all diligence in what? In this work, man. You know, to make your calling and election sure. Now, here's the real question. If using E in your titles, all right, is taken away from the scriptures, do you mean to tell me that the elders and apostles who taught us, all right, taught brothers who taught us and all that, this truth, didn't know any better than to use E? If the elders and apostles, all right, said, if it was true that using E in your title is going off and it's taken away from the scriptures, of all people who would know that, wouldn't our elders and apostles know that? Wouldn't Apostle Tahar know that? Wouldn't Apostle Gabar know that? Wouldn't Apostle Ramlab know that? But they still use it in their titles. And being that they know more in the scriptures than us, and they are an example unto us, why would it be wrong if we use it? You know? Now you can't say that, you know, because if you're you know, being real with it, you can tell that there's, you know, specific people that are salty about certain things, you know. Now, if you're mad at certain men, okay, who are in a certain position because you're saying they're wicked and they're this, that, and that, brothers ain't wicked, man. Brothers edify, man. Man, the sacrifices brothers make to have this edification comes out, man, that's not wicked. Okay. Now, if brothers are using E in their titles, and their elders or our elders and apostles are using E in their titles, how can we be wicked? But then the apostles are just, I mean, just recently, Apostles Tahar just did a response you know, to a video that the elder Yashawamba did. You know, so if these men are wicked, what the apostles just gonna see that and, oh yeah, they're wicked, but yeah, keep them there. You know, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna actually do a response to their video to further the edification. I'm gonna re-upload their video to further the edification because they're wicked. It doesn't make sense. If we were wicked, the Lord would have ousted us a long time ago, because the Lord doesn't have tolerance for that. You know, if the Lord sees that you're not about his work, man, he has no need for you. As the scriptures say, the Lord is not a respecter of persons. Okay? Now let's move on real quick. You know, just for clarification, you know, for brothers who might not be aware, you know, because I did see the video that the elder brother Manat Zagba put out yesterday concerning, you know, marking them that cause division. All right, which, you know, the water, because now at least we know. Okay, because I you know, I watched the different videos, but I was confused. I was like, who is it? You know what I mean? This is another group. Like, what's going on? You know, so that brought that little clarification in there. You know, and in the video, for, like I said, for those who don't know, he mentioned two witnesses. Okay, which he thought that he was a part of Men of Valor, all right, or part of us, because in the past he did teach with us, he was a part of us, but he's not a part of Men of Valor. All right, two witnesses is not a part of Men of Valor. He hasn't been with us, you know, for years now. All right, so just for that clarification, for brothers who may have watched and thought that, you know, we already, you know, let the elder brother know. So it's that has been clarified already, you know. But nonetheless, it's ridiculous, man. It's really like, sometimes it's just like, man, Jake, we all just gotta chill out, you know, and just focus on the prophecies, man. Everything was going smoothly. Brothers was on the prophecy train, being, yo, videos coming out here, or this what they doing, update here, this what they doing. All right, update here, this what they doing, this is what's going on here. And now brothers gotta stop so we can address certain things. You know, the main goal is prophecy, man. And if you trying to hinder the edification from going out because of little stripes here and there, man, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is gonna deal with you. You know, this it's not something that needs to become a back and forth thing. All right. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said he's not, you know, he's not a part of Men of Valor. We not, you know what I'm saying, we not with him saying, yeah, you know, you guys go and call these brothers wicked. Nah, you know, nah. All right. So let me bring this out. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13. And really, if you and that when you read the scriptures, man, and you read certain accounts, if you want a visual of how those things were happening, that's what you're seeing now, all over. It's the same thing. That's the same thing that they were doing back then. They were doing it to Moses. All right. They were doing it to Yahushua. They were doing it to the prophets of old. It's the same thing that is happening now. Is the same thing that was happening back then. You know, here it is. We got a mission at hand. We got to take care